Hey everyone, this is Lori Davis and coming to you live with the Marketing View TV. We're so excited to have you guys here today because this is for you. This is your day because we're going to help you turn results around. Hello, Valeska. How are you? Hi, Valeska.
Good morning. This is Valeska Van Fleet. How are you?
I am doing wonderful today. So today, you guys, it's a special day. This is Friday. It's our Empower Day. But on top of that, besides empowering our viewers, we also are excited because here's the one thing that we can tell you is that we have experienced whatever it is that you're going through right now. And in fact, majority of the people that, well, I can tell you for a fact that everybody that makes money has been where you are right now if you feel like you're struggling in your business. We're going to share with you a little bit about ourselves and how we were able to turn everything around in our business. And we want you to have the same success because you know what? It's crazy when all you want to do is make money, right? That's what you want to do. You want to provide a better lifestyle for your family. You want to be able to have time with your family. You want to buy the things that you want to buy. You want to take off and take a trip whenever you feel like it. But you're stuck. You know, you don't have the ability to do everything that you want to do. And let's face it, we have one life to live here on Earth, right? To start off, I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about myself. I'm Lori Davis. I was in real estate for 12 years. I learned how to start to be my own boss, work for myself as a real estate agent. And you guys, it's tough. It's tough to hold yourself accountable. It's tough to run a business as your own boss or CEO. But I did it, and I had a successful real estate company for 12 years. I built a team with them. I was introduced to network marketing back in 2007. And in 2007, it was actually my own real estate clients that introduced this concept or business to me. And so I wasn't really looking to try to generate more income myself. Valeska, can you mute yourself? Oh, okay. So anyway, with starting in 2007 and looking at network marketing, I did work several of them. I recruited. I went to home parties. I did the show, the plan, all day long, and I grew businesses. Well, each time, the one thing that I found that was so frustrating is that the people we would go talk to was their friends and family, but they weren't targeted. They weren't people that really wanted to try your product. They didn't want any extra additional income. They didn't have the time in their lives, and honestly, so many people have the idea that it's a pyramid scheme or illegal that they say no to you more often than anything. So even to get to show the plan to them was so hard to do because you had that animosity and that belief. I would go and show the plan with people and they're so excited, but the person sitting across from them would sit there with their arms closed. Now for me, it was a little bit easier because I could recruit pretty easily because I had built trust in the people that I was working with. They trusted me. They knew if I was doing it, it was probably going to be a good thing to do. But the people that they would take me to didn't have that same trust. They didn't have that same relationship with the people. So it was frustrating, and I was looking for a system to duplicate. I would go to my sponsor and the leaders above me and say, look, we've got to come up with a duplicatable system. We've got to have something that we can show these people to, one, show them how to run a business so that they actually work it more than they do to get better results, show them how to take massive action, get them to believe in themselves and the business that they're in. And, I don't believe that just telling people to show the plan and calling everybody they know every single day is really a duplicatable system. And really, that just makes a lot of people mad, especially if you end up switching from one company to another and then you've got another, but, oh, this plan is so much better. Oh, I know we had problems with that one. This one is it. I promise you this is it. We're all going to get rich, okay? So when you're doing that and people start to ignore you on Facebook, they unfriend you as a friend, they don't return your calls. I personally, when one of the network companies, the last one that I actually was working, because I don't do MLM anymore because of, basically the frustration that I was dealing with in that industry. But I can remember, the last one closing, and people were so mad at me, they thought I scammed them because the company shut their doors. So I lost relationships due to that. So I thought, you know what, never again am I going to go down that path of meeting people's roots. Not unless I have a plan, not unless I have a strategy, not unless I have it figured out. But I'm excited to tell you guys, super excited to tell you, Valeska and I have it figured out. So whether you have a network marketing business, or you have a real estate business, or you're just starting out learning how to make money online, or you've been online for a couple of years but you're still not getting results, that's going to end today because we're going to show you exactly what you need to do. Now, for me, personally, I want to share a little bit of my story with you because of the fact that I do empathize with you. I know exactly where you've been. I've been in that industry. I know what it's like. So I want to introduce Valeska. She's going to share a little bit of her story and background as well, and then we're going to get into the good stuff here.
Well,
hi, Valeska.
Hi there, Lori, and gosh, it's nice again to be here on Friday morning, because it's hard to believe that everybody who tells you that, yeah, I've really been there, we've all been there, we know what it's like, we feel your pain, we suffer, and you want to just say bullshit. I know it, because everybody's hardship is different, everybody's pain is different, and we're all coming from different places. And I'm coming from a really different place than Lori did. I was pretty new to network marketing when I started in 2012. I had a big corporate job, and my husband was an architectural designer, and between the two of us, we were pulling in close to a quarter of $250,000 a year. We were living super comfortably, and we had 2 great kids, and it was all wonderful, except for the fact that I was working almost 90 hours a week and commuting 170 miles every day back and forth to my job. But, life was really good. And one day, at the end of the year, I left my job. My husband had been laid off, and I'd never really worried about things happening or not happening for me because things had always happened for me. And I looked at this online marketing and network marketing stuff, and I thought, well, this looks really easy. If they can do it, I can do it. I'm smart. I'm, educated. I've been in business for a long time. I'm not in my 20s. I've had my own company. I can do this. And I had such a big flippin' ego. I struggled because, I even made phone calls. I, absolutely seemed to be unwilling to jettison myself into 2012 to see how marketing was done instead of how it was done in the 90s. I was great on the phone, and I thought, I'll call people. Well, it's a different word. I had no clue how to get targeted leads. I had no clue how to write emails that are meant to get people interested in what you're saying. I was used to writing the kinds of office emails that you write, here's this, here's that, report on this, report on that, we need to do this. Boom. I didn't know how to write an email that would begin an email campaign. I didn't understand the fundamentals. And I was under this, little pink cloud that said, 90 days, I'm there. Well, the reality is, guys, if you want to make money in 90 days, you have to invest a little bit. You have to buy traffic, because to get enough organic traffic in 90 days to build your business is pretty darn tough. And, I struggled the hard way for a while until one day my lights went out, literally. Okay, I was working at my sister's, who's disabled. My son, my 14-year-old son, calls me from our house in the morning before he goes to school, and he says, Mom, we don't have any power. Now, we live in Monterey, California. The cables are all still above the ground. It's a beautiful, quaint little town, but we don't have nice underground cables. We have a little bit of wind, boom, power can go down with no problem. So I thought, okay, no big deal. Power will be up in a few hours. They probably had some sort of, quadrant issue. Well, at the end of the day, he calls me back. He says, Mom, the power's still not up. I said, well, look around we live in a little quiet cul-de-sac. I said, take a look at, some of our neighbors' house, see if the power's back up. And he says, they've all got lights on. And then my heart hit the floor, and I thought, okay. So I called Pacific Gas and Electric, and I said, hey, what's going on? And they said, Mrs. Van Fleet, We've sent you a 48-hour notice. We've sent you a 24-hour notice. And you have been shut off until you pay your bill. You're 3 months behind, over $600. And of course, I think, like so many of us, when we get completely overwhelmed by stuff, you just sort of bury your head in the sand and you forget about it. And I remembered the notices then, and I didn't remember them in the morning, but it all came back to me like a bolt of lightning. And he says, I'm going to need $600. You're going to need to pay your past due bill of $600 plus a $75 connect fee. Plus, because you've been shut off, you're going to need either a deposit of $400 or a cosigner at my age, or you have to sign something to get automatic withdrawals from your bank every single month. Now, automatic withdrawals, the way we were managing our cash flow at that time, a little bit of here, a little bit of there, would have been disastrous. I did the only thing that, and I hate to sound like this, but I started to cry. Right there on the phone, I started to cry. And I know that they were a little bit surprised, but I was crying. It was genuine. I was so frustrated, I didn't know what to do. I just didn't have $1,000 to fork out to Pacific Gas and Electric right at that particular juncture. It was awful. It was one of the low points of my life. And I said, here, I've got 2 kids, 14, 12. They're still in a good school, God sei Dank. And I thought, I can't pay my utilities. How messed up is this? And I finally thought, all right, I said, okay, what do I have to do to turn this on? And he told me again, and I said, yeah, but I can't pay the deposit. And he said, well, can you get somebody? I said, no, I can't pay anybody. He says, all right, here's what I'll let you do. Just pay the past due amount. You can pay the deposit and the sign-up fee by the end of the month. In the meantime, you can decide whether you want to pay that deposit or sign up for automatic deposits, but you don't have to do that until, February 30th or 28th. It was sometime last winter. And I went, okay, all right. And I took out our almost maxed out credit card. I paid the bill, and I said, this has got to change. This cannot go on anymore. And right then and there, I decided to change how I did things and listen to advice from people who knew more than me and start following a path that would give me traffic, targeted traffic, and conversions. It means sales. And now we're going to tell you how to do it because it changed my life and it can change yours. Okay? Let's go, Lori.
That's awesome, Valeska. And here's the thing, you guys. It's hard for, Valeska or I to share, past struggles. And it's not really, it's not that that it matters as much to you, what our past was or what we went through. But it's the thing is that we want you to understand that we relate to you. Your bank account is short from what you thought it was being. You've got bills to pay. You don't know how you're going to come up with the money. I actually had to go through that same thing. I had to, do a short sale on my house because it was so upside down and I couldn't refinance it to get my mortgage down. I was paying $2,400 a month. I had to make at least $15,000 a month in real estate to survive, and it wasn't happening. I figured it out. I did whatever it took to make sure that I was making money coming in despite the fact that the market changed. And you can do it too, and I know you want to. I know you want to turn things around, that no matter what you're facing today, if you're ready to take action, you're serious about making results in your life, in your home, in your business, today is the day that that's going to happen. And you've got to take action today, which is what we're going to tell you to do, okay? And we're going to lay some steps out for you. And we're not telling you to drop any type of opportunity or business because we believe in multiple streams of income. But what our message is to you is don't give up on it. Don't quit it. It is possible. It will happen. And you have to have, above everything else, you have to believe in the potential that you can do it. Basically understanding that, one, you have to know your potential. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in what you're doing. Then you have to take massive action, okay? And then you'll get the results, and then you take more action. But see, here's the thing. You may be doing a lot of things, but it may be not income-producing activities, okay? And so if you're not doing things that are actually producing income, then what you're doing is spinning your wheels. You're turning on your computer, you're staring at it, you're reading your emails, you're watching another training video. sometimes you can get information overload, which also prevents you from taking action. Okay? So that's what we don't want to happen to you. We don't want you to be an expert, basically, student. Okay? Don't be an expert student. What we want you to be is an expert at getting results. Okay? And then you're going to be able to share those results with other people. You're going to help them, and they're going to be able to do the exact same thing that you're showing them. So, I don't care who told you that you've got to call every friend and family and every single person in high school. Just forget it. Forget it. Because you do not have to run your business like that, and it doesn't make sense. And frankly, you're never going to succeed in it. It's going to be short term. It's not going to be long lived. And believe me, you're going to be spending more money in that business than the residuals that you're making. I promise you that. Are you ready for a solution?
Well, I want to add 2 things to this. Number 1 is never, 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 never quit. Never quit. No matter what, don't ever quit. Don't do it. If you start it, see it through, keep going, you'll get there. No matter how many bottoms you think you hit, whatever it takes to find what you need to get up and keep going. That's number 1. Number 2, decide on what you're shooting for, what goals you are, and how fast you need to make it. Now, if you really want to make money within 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, you're not going to do that through organic growth. You have to be willing to pull out your wallet and pay for traffic, pay for good traffic, pay for targeted leads, and work those leads until they're, begging you for more. That's it. If you've got the time, if you've got
even if they unsubscribe, right?
Pardon me?
Even if they unsubscribe, you have to relentlessly email those people.
Oh, yeah.
And get better at what you're doing. You can't just expect 1 or 2 emails or 5 emails to judge it for you.
Hell no. There are. We listened to a webinar the other day, a workshop where somebody was talking about someone who had signed up 3 years after being on his list. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody's going to be like that, but the fact is you never know what's going to pull the trigger. But the fact also is that if you want to grow your list quickly, if you want to move things around faster, you're going to have to put some money into this and pay for paid traffic and get yourself some highly targeted leads. Okay, Lori, so let's tell them how.
Okay, so basically, you guys, I want to go off with a little bit of a thought process here for you, because before you really understand why it's important to do this, you have to understand really the whole thought process and thinking, because honestly, I got hung up on this, okay? I knew that I had to create content in order to put out to people what my business was, and I knew I had to let them know who I was, and I knew that I had to build relationships. But what I found that I was doing was I was creating more content than sharing it, okay? And on top of that, if you're not building a list, who do you share it with? I mean, you could share it through social media, and through your blog, and again, that's organic, that's building relationships, it takes time. But what you really have to understand is that you need to build a list, which means an email list that you can set up an autoresponder that constantly delivers to those people value of what you wrote, the things that you put together, the value, the content that you created, that you can share it with them. And by doing so, basically the whole system is you have to have a lot of eyeballs on your content that you created to get the results that you want, okay? So if you haven't started building a list, you don't need a big list. I'm not talking about 100,000 people. What I'm talking about is building a list of, starting out with 500, and you get another 600. And, it builds up, and before you know it, you've got thousands of people that you can, invite to your Hangouts. You can invite them to read your blog. You can invite them, to whatever you want to invite them to. You've got to have people that are targeted in your niche in order to do that. Now, you can't just buy any old leads. You also have to make sure that you're buying them from a good place, a good source, and that they are highly responsive people. Because if they're not responsive to what you have to sell them, then what good is that list? It's the same as going after friends and family that aren't targeted. So we know that the most important things in your business Okay, the most important thing in your business, period, is that you have to be able to go out there and find people that are targeted to your niche. Okay, so when we share with you a system that we both use, to where we're giving you access to free coaching, free mentoring, free business planning. And let me just make sure you guys understand this. We're providing this for you at a free value to you because we have the system that you need to follow to put it into place, because we have all been where you are right now. We have all struggled, and our mission and our goal is to stop people and really save our industry. So we are passionate about our industry. We're a group of people that believe in our industry, and we are worldwide. We're not just in the United States. We are worldwide. Everybody's got a different perception of quick or fast, but I can tell you that most people's perception of quick or fast is today, that they're in a position today where they're strapped. You know, they need the money today. First thing you want to know is, what is this going to cost me? It's got to cost me something, right? Well, you know what? The good thing is that you can literally start with our system. It's only going to cost you under $100 a month to get going. And the reason is because in order to put yourself out there on the internet to market, you do have to have certain tools to work for you, like an autoresponder. You have to be able to have the ability to have the right training to get you started, okay? You have to have hosting. You know, there's things like that that do have to be done if you're going to be serious about making money online. If you can't spend $100 a month, then this is not the time for you to start a home-based business. So what I want you to think about is the fact that, okay, these ladies are giving us a system that is finally telling me how to generate more leads for my business. I'm going to get targeted leads for my business, which means people that want what I have. I'm going to learn the skill set to talk to people. I'm going to, you know, this isn't about sales, you guys. That's the one thing that people, you know, they think that you have to be a great salesperson to run your own business. It's just simply about connecting with people and following a system that shows you how to generate traffic, how to create capture pages, how to do email marketing, how to do video marketing. And you don't have to do all of these things. It's just our system teaches you every aspect of marketing so that you can choose what you enjoy doing, okay, and have success with one or two things so that you can actually master and be an expert at those. Maybe you want to be a social media expert. You know, maybe you want to be a video marketing queen. Maybe you want to be awesome at email marketing. You know, whatever it is that you want to do that you find enjoyment in, it's going to teach you how to do that and be able to get results from it. You know, and we also invite you to live trainings. So not only do you have the ability to be on those live trainings, but you can also invite your team from other businesses. You can invite other people you know. We give you the email swipe to send out to them. We tell you exactly what to say. And if you even choose to blog, we even tell you what to blog about. Okay, so basically in our system, we are telling you what to say and what to do until you can have your own voice, until you have your own belief in you, until you can create your own material, your own content. We can write it for you and give you that advice. Valeska, do you think of a simpler way for somebody to get started, you know, with a business when all the work's being really done for them and they just have to plug in?
If you really feel that you know so little and all you want to do is plug into something and say, do this for me, it's awesome. And I think it's the way to go. I think that eventually you'll say, I want to take over and write my own emails. I want to take over.
I mean, that's where you have.
Yeah, I want to take over and write some of my own blogs and express myself, because ultimately, and I was thinking about this last night after I had listened to one of the workshops, and I thought, this isn't, as you just pointed out, it's not about selling. It's about learning how to connect with people in 2014, today. What it takes, what people are really like. There's a reason why, even though it's kind of fake, reality TV is so popular. There's a reason why people are all over Facebook and Google Plus and Twitter. They're interested in knowing who you are. They're interested in knowing about you. And you have to be willing to give a little bit of that. And I don't know about you. In fact, I do know about you, Lori. Initially, when I got started, that was one of the biggest things I had problems with. It was like telling a story as I started off with this morning. Never in a million years would I have just spilled my guts out like that. But it's what you learn to do. So I think that you need to go and take however big steps you feel you can. If you're totally lost in the beginning, plug into our system. It's there for you. And it will allow you to earn as you learn to take those bigger steps by yourself.
Right. And as she's saying, system, you know, the one thing is if you guys don't follow the system and you think that you know better, like we talked about our ego, you know, that we knew better.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't follow the system, then you're not going to succeed.
Follow the system.
Okay. So just dumb it down, okay, for what knowledge you may have, because maybe you have become a perfect student.
No.
You know, dumb it down while you get into the system, and realize that probably everything you've been doing has been wrong, honestly. And if you can accept that everything you've been doing is wrong, and get plugged into the system in the right way, but follow the directions. Don't skip around the whole system. Hey, this is where you get started. This is what you need to do. Take notes and then go do what they tell you to do. It's the action steps that are so necessary to make sure that, one, you set it up right, two, that you have a good understanding for what you're doing, and three, you just get busy. Okay? And if you can do that and realize, and you guys will see this, that, you know, the leaders within the system have spent hours and hours and hours of creating capture pages for you. They've spent hours and hours creating email swipe for you, training for you. These people are not getting paid anything extra to do this. Okay? Nope. They're doing it because they want to be able to help as many people as they possibly can have success finally in marketing their business.
Say that again.
Finally, they want to help everybody finally make money in their business, because we know that if there's 24 million people that are in the home-based business industry, we know that maybe 2% of them are making money, more than what they're paying into their product. So do you want to be that small, tiny percentage of success and be above average because you're following the system, or do you want to be the 98% that are failing miserably? You know? And that's what we're trying to do here, is help the 98% that are really, really struggling. You know, we want to help you to realize that it does happen, it does work, it is possible, and no matter what anybody tells you, it is legal, it is ethical, it is the way of the 21st century. This is where business is going, and you will learn social media. You will learn video marketing. You will learn blogging if you choose to blog. If you don't, you don't have to. You'll learn paid traffic. You'll learn free strategies. Literally, there's nothing you won't learn within this system. Okay? But again, don't just be a student. You need to take action on what's being taught to you, and you need to do it today.
I want to just address one other thing, and that's when you said it's legal. Ladies and gentlemen, the home business industry is booming. 70,000 people a month are investigating home businesses. Yes, there are, like in every business, there are a few bad apples out there. But by and large, there are a lot of good businesses to select from. We obviously think we have the best, and we do. But that is, you know, this is America. You can choose. Just do your due diligence. Do your homework. Check it out. But don't get caught in by all of these people who, a million years ago, you know, the pyramids and the Ponzi schemes, leave that to Wall Street. That's where they exist for the most part. The home business, the home business industry is one of the most upfront, most honest, most collaborative, most helpful industries around. And folks, I ran around in corporate America for over 25 years, and I was pretty successful. I know of what I speak. Anyway, Lori, I just have to stand on my soapbox for a moment.
Well, So what do you guys need to do? What you need to do is go to the marketingviewtv.com, okay? And when you go there, you'll see a replay of this exact training video, okay? And underneath, it says, click here to get your system set up. There's going to be a video for about 20 minutes that you're going to watch, and it's going to explain to you exactly what you're going to get and what you're going to do. And I'm telling you what, you guys are going to be so excited that you're going to get started right away. You're going to take action, and you're going to know that we just gave you the solution that you're looking for. Now, on top of that, once you get your system set up, Valeska and I also have our promise to you that you will have our phone numbers, that you will have contact to us anytime that you want to get a hold of us. If we don't answer our phone, we'll get a hold of you. You will leave us a message as to what you want. We will help you, okay? So we are not going to leave you stranded. This is not about introducing you to something and cashing in on it and just, letting you be. This is about us making a commitment to you that we're going to help mentor and coach you as well so that you have success no matter what it is that you're promoting, okay? And then on top of that, we also have amazing traffic co-ops that we can share with you. We also have a system that you have the ability to have somebody call your leads. So, not that we suggest that you need to call any leads, but it's just another ability for you to be able to have success in your business, okay? So we have so much there to offer you that nobody else is going to give to you, okay? So you need to listen to what we're showing you, listen to what we're sharing with you, realize that we've been there, and realize that today's your day. Today's the day that you're going to turn things around in your life, that you have the support today that you needed. You have people backing you up today, okay? So that's what you need to realize. This is not just a system. This is access to the top people in the world that are teaching you how to have success in your business, okay, in the world. And that is huge. I just don't really understand what it is, and you're super excited to have the opportunity because you may have think you have heard or seen what we're doing before, but I promise you, until you're actually in the back office and in our system, you have no clue. I just promise you that. You really don't know what you have until you actually get the system set up and get going. Okay. So, with that being said,
make a decision.
Go ahead, Valeska.
Make a decision and start today. You're not signing a life contract. If you don't think this is for you, you can back out.
It's a system. If you don't want to be serious about making money and change your life, quit, right? Quit.
If you're a weenie,
don't use it.
If you're a wussy, I have to. But if you're really interested in making changes, if you resonated at all with the story I told and want to climb out of that hole, then this is the way to do it, guys. Unless you want to go back and stay with your job and work in your cubicle and make your boss get rich. I mean, that's all.
And most of the time, like I can tell you, majority of people in my family that work for somebody, they don't like their boss. The boss is an idiot most of the time. And, these people have way more intelligence than the people that are telling them what to do. They're stuck, So the point is, open your mind to, 1, getting unstuck, 2, to believing in yourself, 3, to taking action, and to getting results and doing it again. Because this is a rinse and repeat thing, okay? And you have to continually do what we're showing you to do, and you will get results, and you'll be able to scale your business up, which means that even if you don't have a whole lot of money today, you're going to be able to create results to where you can start reinvesting back in your business to get bigger results, okay? And remember that you have to be willing to invest in you and your business to get, if you really seriously want to make 6 figures a month, maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to make an additional $1,000 a month, okay? We don't really know where it is, what your goals are, but if you do want to make really big money online, you can, but you can only do that by, 1, learning how to sell high traffic, products. You can't get rich selling little tiny products and getting 2% commissions and 20% commissions. Okay, but understanding the high ticket products that you can learn to sell to people or share with them. And again, we're not talking about selling, we're talking about sharing with people a system and tools that they need and products, okay? So when you're doing that, and if you seriously want to learn how to make that big money, you've got to be willing to invest in you. You've got to be willing to invest in traffic. You've got to be willing to invest in whatever it is you need to. And when you make the money, here's a big thing, because I know a lot of people that struggled in this. If they were not taking the money they were making and reinvesting it back in their business at all. Okay, so if you're gonna make $3,000 on a sale, you should be taking money from that and putting it right back into your business to generate more traffic, more leads. Whatever system it is, it's going to also help you to grow your business, more training, whatever it is. You have to be willing to reinvest it back in order to upscale it to grow. Okay, so you're going to learn all of that from us. This may be totally foreign to you right now. You may not have a clue about what we're talking about, because believe me, all of this was foreign to me when I first got that first email in 2012 that opened my eyes to the fact that I literally could have a duplicatable system for my real estate business and for my network marketing business. So you guys, that's what we're sharing with you. We hope that your eyes are opened as well, and that you realize that you need to take action today, and that it is possible today, right now, to learn how to market any business that you want to, as well as sharing this exact same system you can get paid too. Okay? So why don't you go ahead and go to marketingview.com, and don't do www. All you have to do is put the marketingviewtv.com and it'll come right up. You'll see the actual post from today. Open it up. You're going to go down and you're going to see where it says click here to get your system set up. That's the only link you need to click on today. Okay, and I'll probably go back in and actually put a picture or something a little bit more visible for you to click on. I didn't have the time to really, make a big old button for you, but I can go back and add that to make it easier for you to see that this is where you need to go to set up your system. But watch the video and get going. That's all I can tell you guys. That's all I can say. Go ahead, Jessica.
That's it. No, I think that's good. Click the button, make the decision. Actually, make the decision, click the button, plug into a system that's going to make you successful, and join us. We're not going to leave you behind. That's all I want to say for today. Have an awesome weekend, guys.
Yep, have an awesome weekend. Join us Monday back here at 12 noon. We do our show 3 times a week at noon, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And on Monday, we're actually in our E-squared book review. And the next experiment that we're doing, we actually are doing the, I cannot remember.
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra, yes, thank you. We're doing the Abracadabra experiment. You guys take care. And again, if you have found value from what we have provided for you today, please like, share, and comment. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. We greatly appreciate you. Take care.